Welcome to another episode of Standing in the Gaps Highlights. As we step cautiously into 2025, the voices of Richy Rich and Aaron the Mann, hosts of the popular podcast Standing in the Gaps, offer a critical examination of current events. Recorded on January 9th and released on the 14th, this episode dives deep into the geopolitical shifts and domestic challenges shaping the new year. Through lively and often controversial discussions, the podcast explores the implications of international politics, economic strategies, and social issues, all while forecasting what lies ahead. This episode of Highlights is sponsored by the Standing in the Gaps merch store. Do you believe in standing strong for what's right? Do you value faith, freedom, and biblical truth in today's ever-changing world? Then we've got something special for you. Welcome to the Standing in the Gaps merch store, the official store of the Standing in the Gaps podcast, where we explore the social, economic, and political issues of today through a biblical lens. Here's what we've got for you. T-shirts that help you make a bold statement everywhere you go. Whether you're standing up for truth or sparking conversations, our shirts reflect the spirit of standing in the gap. Need fuel for those long, thoughtful mornings or deep dive discussions? We've got premium coffee, roasted to perfection, along with sturdy mugs designed to hold that truth-fueled brew. Want to represent your values wherever life takes you? Grab one of our stylish hats to keep you covered, literally and figuratively. And don't miss our inspirational prints that you can frame and hang up at home or in your office. A daily reminder to stand firm in faith. But that's not all. From accessories to gifts, we've got a variety of items that let you stand out while standing strong for what you believe in. Every purchase supports the mission of Standing in the Gaps, helping us continue bringing you insightful content, meaningful conversations, and the courage to face the tough topics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Standing in the Gaps merch store today. Link is in the description. Grab some gear, enjoy some great coffee, and help us keep bridging the gap in today's world. Together, let's stand for truth. Together, let's stand in the gap. The New Year in Reflection. Richy Rich kicks off the episode reflecting on the early days of 2025. Both he and Aaron the Mann delve into U.S. and global news, shedding light on President Trump's global ambitions. A notable highlight is their analysis of Trump's renewed interest in acquiring Greenland, a move they suggest could be driven by strategic access to rare earth elements and increased military presence in the Arctic. Aaron emphasizes how such bold strategies could reshape international relations. He explains that Greenland's vast untapped resources, including critical minerals essential for advanced technologies, could be a game-changer for the U.S. economy and defense sector. Geopolitical tensions. The conversation then shifts to the growing tensions between China and the United States. Richy Rich and Aaron dissect the potential economic and military impacts of China's dominance over critical global supply chains, particularly in rare earth elements and advanced manufacturing. Aaron highlights China's expanding influence over shipping lanes in the South China Sea and its implications for global trade. He warns that without strategic U.S. advancements in technology and defense, the nation risks falling behind. Both hosts agree that enhancing America's capabilities in AI, drone technology, and cybersecurity is crucial to maintaining a competitive edge. To illustrate the stakes, Richy Rich references recent reports on China's breakthroughs in AI-driven military systems, stressing the urgency for America to invest heavily in similar technologies. National concerns and immigration. Domestically, Richy Rich and Aaron turn their focus to border security and immigration reform. The discussion becomes particularly impassioned as they highlight the challenges posed by illegal immigration. Citing recent data, they argue that unchecked immigration strains national resources and poses security risks. The hosts advocate for stronger measures such as enhanced border patrol and advanced surveillance systems to curb illegal crossings. They also call for bipartisan efforts to enact meaningful immigration policies that protect American interests while addressing humanitarian concerns. Environmental and symbolic struggles. The podcast takes a turn toward environmental issues as Richy Rich raises concerns over the recent spate of Californian wildfires. He speculates on possible international interference and symbolic interpretations of these disasters. While Aaron admits less familiarity with this angle, he commits to further research, promising a future deep dive into environmental geopolitics. Richy Rich underscores the broader implications of these environmental crises, linking them to national security and economic stability. He points out that resource scarcity driven by environmental degradation could exacerbate geopolitical tensions in the years ahead. Political landscapes and leadership dynamics. As the episode nears its conclusion, the discussion circles back to U.S. political dynamics. Richy Rich and Aaron scrutinize the final days of the Biden administration, particularly last-minute executive decisions they believe were aimed at limiting President Trump's incoming policies. They discuss the broader implications of these actions, from energy policies to regulatory changes, predicting potential shifts in national priorities under the new administration. Aaron notes that while Trump's leadership style remains divisive, his bold strategies could pave the way for significant national revitalization. Wrapping up and future prospects. In wrapping up their episode, Aaron and Richy Rich extend an invitation for listener engagement. They encourage their audience to participate in upcoming live programs and contribute to the ongoing discourse through social media. They also emphasize the importance of grassroots involvement in tackling societal issues, urging listeners to stay informed and proactive. Ending on a cautiously optimistic note, Richy Rich reminds everyone that despite the turbulent start to 2025, there is hope for positive change. The best with a capital B is yet to come, he declares, leaving listeners with a sense of anticipation for what lies ahead. Conclusion. This episode of Standing in the Gap serves as a dynamic discourse on current affairs, weaving together international politics, domestic policies, and environmental crises. Through their distinct blend of analysis and commentary, Richy Rich and Aaron the Mann offer listeners not only a deep dive into pressing issues, but also insights into the complexities that 2025 holds. As the year unfolds, their platform will continue to provide thought-provoking content aimed at enlightening and engaging audiences worldwide. For those eager to stay informed and participate in critical discussions, Standing in the Gaps remains an essential resource. For more insights and to stay updated with Standing in the Gaps, listeners are encouraged to like, subscribe, comment, and share their perspectives across various platforms like YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Engage with the Standing in the Gaps community and share your thoughts on this timely and thought-provoking discussion. You can comment on YouTube or on the new Standing in the Gaps Facebook group. And if you would like to support the Standing in the Gaps podcast, check out our GoFundMe campaign. Every bit helps us grow. Link is in the description. The full episode of What's the World Become in 2025 will air on January 13th at 6 p.m. EST. And remember, my friend, the best with a capital B is yet to come. See you soon.